nurse shocked by an unexpected reaction. HFY Zira. The alien nurse moved quickly through the bright corridors of the orbital medical station. The walls glowed with soft blue light, and the air hummed with energy from the advanced machines that lined every side. She was tall, with smooth green skin and 3 sharp eyes that scanned everything carefully. Her hands were delicate but precise, perfect for handling fragile human bodies, or so she thought. Today was unusual. The station had received a human patient from a recent shuttle crash near the outer moons of Andoria. Humans were rare in this sector, and Zira had always been curious about their biology. She had read reports and seen simulations, but nothing could fully prepare her for a real human under her care. The human lay on a sleek, white medical table, breathing steadily but looking pale and anxious. His name was James. Zira checked his vitals using her advanced scanners. Everything seemed normal, until she focused on the lower body region. Her sensors picked up something strange. A small but sudden energy reaction appeared in the area between his legs. It was unusual, something her database had never recorded. Zira frowned, tapping her multi-sensor scanner. The readings fluctuated wildly. "What is this?" she whispered, more to herself than anyone else. The scanner emitted soft beeps as it tried to interpret the signals. Zira had seen countless alien patients, but humans seemed different. Their bodies were unpredictable in ways that defied alien logic. The reading showed a kind of reaction, almost like inflammation, but not harmful. It was subtle, glowing, faintly in colors her eyes could barely perceive. Zira leaned closer, examining James carefully. "Human biology is more complex than I imagined," she muttered. She touched a control panel, activating a holographic display of his body. The strange reaction pulsed softly, as if responding to her attention. James shifted slightly on the table. "Is something wrong?" he asked, his voice nervous. He had learned that aliens rarely hid their curiosity. Their eyes were open wide, scanning, analyzing, always calculating. Zira paused. She had to choose her words carefully. "There is something unusual about your body," she said finally. "It is not harmful, but it is unexpected." James blinked. "Unexpected? Like?" Zira hesitated. "It is a reaction that your species shows sometimes. My records do not explain it fully. It seems unique to humans." James swallowed hard, unsure if he should be alarmed. Humans were known for adaptability, but Zira's tone carried an unspoken warning. This was something rare, even for a human. For the next few minutes, Zira ran more tests. Her instruments scanned every layer of tissue and bone, measuring energy flows, chemical balances, and cellular patterns. Each time, the reaction between his legs appeared and disappeared without warning, almost as if it had a mind of its own. She recorded everything carefully. Her third eye flickered as it analyzed the data. "This cannot be dangerous," she said to herself, "but it is. Unlike anything I have ever seen." Zira's curiosity grew. Humans had always been called fragile by most alien species, but this strange reaction suggested something more, something hidden. Perhaps humans were stronger or more adaptable than the galaxy realized. She made a note to study it further. James, meanwhile, tried to relax. "Does it hurt?" he asked. "No," Zira replied quickly. "It is not pain, just an unusual energy signature. I need to understand it better." Her mind raced. If other humans had this same trait, it could explain their survival in environments that would destroy most alien species. The implications were enormous. Humans might seem fragile, but they carried hidden abilities within their own bodies. As she watched James carefully, Zira felt a mix of amazement and concern. She had been trained to handle all kinds of life forms, from gaseous beings to silicon-based aliens, but humans were something else entirely. They were unpredictable, unique, special, Zira decided she needed more time with him. She would monitor his body, watch how it reacted to small changes, and record every detail. If she could understand this strange reaction, it might rewrite what her species knew about humans and perhaps about life itself. For now, she simply observed, keeping her hands steady and her eyes alert. The soft glow of the reaction pulsed once more, faint but visible, as if responding to her attention. Zira's mind filled with questions. How did humans survive in such harsh conditions? What other secrets did their bodies hide? One thing was clear. This human was unlike any alien she had treated before. And she had a feeling that this was only the beginning of a discovery that could shock the galaxy. Zira adjusted the sensors, leaned closer, and whispered, almost to herself, "I must understand you, human, before it is too late." And as the scanner pulsed again, James's eyes widened slightly. He didn't know it yet, but he had just become the center of a mystery that would challenge everything Zira thought she knew about life and humans. The human mystery deepens. HFY Sci-Fi Zira could feel the tension in the lab as she adjusted the sensors around James's body. The strange reaction she had seen yesterday had not disappeared. In fact, it had changed. The glow was brighter now, and it seemed to pulse in rhythm with his heartbeat. Her 3 eyes scanned the readings, blinking rapidly as the data streamed across her holographic monitors. Every parameter, the chemical signals, the cellular energy, even the tiny electrical impulses, was unusual. Nothing in her vast alien medical database matched what she saw. "This cannot be correct," Zira muttered. She had treated thousands of species, from crystal-based beings to gaseous life forms, but humans were something entirely different. They were fragile by appearance, yet clearly, their bodies held secrets she could not yet decode. James shifted on the table. "Are you studying me?" he asked nervously. "Yes," Zira said. "Your body is unusual. It is reacting in ways I have never seen." James swallowed. "Is it dangerous?" Zira shook her head. "No, but it is powerful and strange." She leaned closer, her long fingers hovering above his body, careful not to touch him directly. Then, almost instinctively, she activated a new diagnostic tool, a neural resonance scanner designed for alien physiology. It would usually only pick up the faintest biological signals in her own species, but she was desperate to understand. This human dot, as the scanner hummed to life, the reaction in James intensified. The pulsing energy began spreading slightly, creating small arcs of light along the surface of his skin. Zira's jaw tightened. She had never seen energy manifest in this way. For most aliens, it would be dangerous, unstable, even lethal, but not for this human. Zira leaned back, her mind racing. "Humans are adaptive," she whispered. "They survive when nothing else would. Maybe their bodies are designed to protect themselves in ways I cannot yet comprehend." Suddenly, the lights in the lab flickered. Zira's monitors spiked with unusual readings, and a warning alarm echoed softly. She froze, scanning the data. The reaction had triggered a temporary energy surge, something that could overload her equipment if she wasn't careful. James looked alarmed. "What's happening?" Zira's voice was calm, but her heart, if she had one, raced. "Your body is responding to my equipment, but it is not harmful to you." James stared at her. "Responding? Like I'm doing it?" Zira shook her head. "No. It is your body itself. You have a protective mechanism. Something your species has that no other life form possesses." She moved closer, adjusting the scanner to a lower setting. Slowly, she traced the energy flow across his body, mapping it in real time. The reaction between his legs seemed central to the pattern, almost like a core hub of energy. She had never seen anything like it. "What is this?" James asked, his voice trembling. "Am I dangerous?" Zira's eyes softened slightly. Not dangerous, remarkable. Your body can defend itself, adapt and heal in ways even I cannot predict. Humans are stronger than most aliens believe. A small smile flickered across James's lips. Stronger, huh? Yes, Zyra said firmly. And I intend to understand it. As she continued scanning, she noticed something else. The energy pulse was reactive to emotions. When James felt nervous, it shimmered faster. When he relaxed, it slowed and steadied. It was not just biological, it was emotional. Human emotions seemed to interact directly with their bodies in ways that no alien species had ever shown. Zyra's mind raced. If humans could control this energy, even unconsciously, they were capable of surviving extreme conditions, adapting to alien environments, maybe even outperforming other species in ways the galaxy had never predicted. She stepped back, watching him carefully. The glow faded slightly, but she knew it would return, stronger than before. This was only the beginning. Zyra realized something important. Humans were not just fragile beings that needed protection. They were a puzzle, a force of nature that could change everything she thought she knew about life. And she had the rare opportunity to study it firsthand. For the first time, she felt respect and a little awe for a human. Zyra understood that James was not just a patient. He was a key to a mystery that could challenge her entire understanding of biology, science, and the galaxy itself. And as the soft light of his body pulsed once more, Zyra knew one thing for certain. The real story of humans had only just begun. The human secret revealed. HFY Sci-Fi had been observing James for hours. Every test, every scan, every sensor reading made her more amazed. Humans were supposed to be fragile, weak, and unpredictable, but James's body was proving something else entirely. Today, she had a new plan. Zyra had prepared a small simulation chamber, an environment that mimicked extreme conditions. Low oxygen, intense cold, and high pressure. She wanted to see how humans could survive situations that would harm most alien species. James stepped into the chamber hesitantly. "Are you sure this is safe?" he asked. Zyra tilted her head, her 3 eyes glowing softly. "Your body may surprise me. That is why I must test it. Don't worry. I will monitor you constantly." As the simulation started, the chamber's temperature dropped and the oxygen levels slowly decreased. James's skin shivered, but his pulse remained steady. Zyra's sensors lit up with new readings. Then it happened. A faint golden glow appeared along James's body, starting from the same area between his legs that had puzzled her before. It spread outward, covering his torso and limbs, as if his body was creating a protective field around itself. Zyra gasped. Softly, she had never seen energy manifest this way. Other species could survive harsh environments only through technology or training. Humans seemed to adapt biologically, instantly. "Impossible," she muttered. "No species should do this naturally." The glow pulsed faster as the environment in the chamber grew harsher. Yet James's body remained stable. Even the cold could not slow his heart rate. Even the thin air could not disturb his breathing. Zyra leaned closer, scanning him in detail. The energy was reactive, almost intelligent. It seemed to sense danger and respond to it, strengthening where needed. She realized that the strange reaction she had noticed before was not just a quirk. It was a core survival mechanism. James noticed her staring. "I feel warm, like something is protecting me." "Yes," Zyra whispered. "Your body is extraordinary. It is not just alive. It is defending itself." Her mind raced. Humans were supposed to be limited in strength and endurance. Yet James was doing something no alien life form could manage naturally. He wasn't just surviving, he was thriving in impossible conditions. Zyra's curiosity turned to excitement. Could humans be the first species to have a self-regulating biofield, a natural protective energy that allowed them to endure the most dangerous environments? If so, the implications were enormous. Humans could explore planets, survive accidents, maybe even change the balance of power in the galaxy. Suddenly, James's glow intensified. A spike in his body's energy made the chamber alarms beep. Zira rushed to the controls, adjusting the sensors. Yet James seemed calm, almost in control. He wasn't panicking. He was letting his body respond naturally. For a moment, Zira saw something that stunned her. The energy formed patterns like a living map tracing his internal organs, nerves, and blood flow. It wasn't random, it was deliberate. His body was not only protecting him, it was healing, adapting, and reorganizing itself in real time. Zira's mind struggled to process it. This was beyond biology. This was almost intelligence inside. The body itself. Humans were fragile on the outside, but carried an inner strength that no alien could match. When the simulation ended, the glow faded, leaving James standing, calm and unharmed. Zira stepped closer, awe written across her face. You are remarkable," she said. "I thought humans were weak. But your body, it is unlike anything I have ever seen." James smiled faintly. "I guess I'm tougher than I look." Zira shook her head slowly. "No, you are more than tough. You are unique. Humans are not just survivors. You are designed to endure, to adapt, to thrive where others would fail." For the first time, Zira felt a deep respect for the species. She had only studied from afar. Humans were not ordinary. They were a mystery, a force, something the galaxy had underestimated. And James was proof. As she recorded the data and prepared for the next experiment, Zira knew one thing. This human and every human carried secrets that could shock the universe. And she intended to uncover them all. But she also realized that the human secret was dangerous. Not because it could harm aliens, but because it challenged everything she believed about life itself. Zira looked at James, and for the first time she truly understood. Humans were not fragile. They were extraordinary. And the galaxy was about to learn it. The human challenge, HFY Sci-Fi lab, was quiet except for the soft hum of machinery. Zira stood at the edge of the observation chamber, her three eyes fixed on James. He had already shown her abilities that no alien could have imagined, but today, she wanted to see something even more extreme. A sudden alert flashed on the main console. The orbital station had detected a meteor fragment approaching the station's outer perimeter, a small rock, but traveling faster than anything Zira had ever seen. If it hit, even a minor collision could cause a breach. James's eyes widened. "Are we in danger?" Zira shook her head, trying to remain calm. "It may not reach us, but if it does, we must test your body's limits. Humans have survived worse. I want to see how extraordinary you really are." The simulation chamber was quickly reconfigured. This time, it was no ordinary environmental test. The chamber replicated extreme impacts and gravitational stress forces that could crush most alien species. The walls shimmered with protective energy as the system prepared. James stepped inside, wary but trusting. "I'm ready," he said. Zira activated the simulation. Immediately, the chamber vibrated violently. Gravity surged and then shifted erratically. Sensors screamed with overload warnings. James gritted his teeth, bracing himself, but then something incredible happened. His body glowed with the same golden energy she had seen before, but this time it expanded outward, forming a shimmering shield around him. The shield absorbed the shock, flexed, and even redistributed the pressure across his body. Zira's jaw dropped. She had never seen any living species adapt to physical force in real time. Even the strongest aliens relied on external armor or technology. Humans, James, at least could create it naturally. The chamber simulated a crushing impact. Most alien Test subjects would have screamed or been injured. James barely flinched. His energy shield pulsed faster, adjusting automatically, almost intelligently. Zira's sensors were overloaded trying to track it. Unbelievable, she muttered. Her 3 eyes blinked rapidly. The human body. It is responding to force like it knows how to survive before damage even happens. James's body shimmered again as the simulated gravity intensified. Tiny arcs of energy ran along his arms and legs, reinforcing weak points. Zira realized the most incredible part. He was adapting faster than the environment could challenge him. The simulation added another test. Extreme temperature changes. Freezing cold, then sudden heat. Normally, an alien species would require protective suits or risk permanent injury. James, however, remained calm. His energy shield adjusted again, insulating him from harm. Zira stepped closer, scanning the patterns. This is beyond biology. Your body is almost alive. It senses danger and responds automatically. Humans are. Remarkable. James smiled faintly, exhausted but confident. I guess I'm tougher than I thought. Zira shook her head. No, you are more than tough. You are uniquely adaptive. This isn't strength. It's evolution. It's survival instinct written into your very cells. Suddenly, a minor system failure caused the chamber walls to flicker. The simulation briefly became unstable, and the energy shield around James shivered. For the first time, he looked slightly concerned, but only for a moment. Then, almost instinctively, the shield intensified. It reacted faster than the unstable simulation could challenge it, stabilizing him completely. Zira's mind raced. If humans have this ability naturally, they could survive environments other species cannot. They could colonize planets, survive space accidents, endure conditions no alien could imagine. Humans, they are underestimated. James stepped out of the chamber, breathing evenly calm. That was intense, he said, wiping sweat from his forehead. Zira's sensors still glowed, recording every pulse, every shimmer of energy. You have survived what no alien could, and yet you remain fragile in appearance. Humans are a mystery wrapped in simplicity. For the first time, Zira felt something new, a sense of awe mixed with respect, almost fear. She had studied thousands of species, but humans, James in particular, were beyond anything her species had predicted. Her mind whispered a warning she couldn't ignore. If humans were discovered by other alien civilizations, they could change the balance of power in the galaxy. And yet, here they were, calm, ordinary in appearance, but hiding extraordinary potential. Zira turned to her console, recording everything. The simulation's logs would rewrite the station's understanding of human physiology. She knew that humans were no longer just fragile, interesting specimens. They were something more, something the galaxy had grossly underestimated. As she looked at James, standing confidently despite the extreme test, Zira whispered, almost to herself, "This is only the beginning. I must understand you before anyone else does." The unexpected threat, HFY Sci-Fi orbital station, hummed quietly under normal operations. Zira was reviewing James's latest scans, still amazed by his ability to adapt to the extreme simulation chamber. She thought she had seen everything a human could do. She was wrong. A sharp alarm shattered the calm. Red lights flashed across the lab. Sensors picked up an unidentified life form approaching the station's docking bay. Zira's heart, if she had one, skipped a beat. Most alien intruders would never reach this section protected by shields and automated defenses. Yet somehow, this entity had. James looked at the flashing lights. What is it? Zira stepped forward, eyes narrowing. I don't know. But it's alive and it's moving fast. A holographic display revealed the intruder. A shadowy alien creature, unlike anything Zyra had catalogued. Its shape was fluid, shifting constantly, almost like liquid metal. Its movements were fast, unpredictable, and dangerous. It didn't just attack. It analyzed. The station's automated defenses fired, but the creature dodged them with ease. Its mass changed, flowing through barriers as if physics were optional. Zyra's jaw tightened. This is dangerous. Most species cannot survive contact with it. It will overwhelm any organic life. James, surprisingly calm, stepped closer to Zyra. What should I do? Zyra hesitated. She had faced countless threats as a nurse and researcher, but nothing like this. Every instinct told her that humans would be too weak, yet a part of her wondered, could he survive? The creature lunged toward the lab. Machines screamed as energy shields flickered. Zyra's scanners immediately detected that James's body began glowing again, the same golden energy, but stronger than ever. The reaction she had been studying was no longer subtle. It formed a protective field around him, pulsing with power. That defied alien understanding that the creature struck the energy field. Sparks flew, alarms blared, but James remained unharmed. The shield absorbed the impact, not just protecting him, but also pushing the creature back. Zyra gasped. It's defending itself. No species could naturally do this. James's shield rippled with light, expanding outward. He felt the pressure of the creature, sensed its movements, and instinctively responded. Every pulse of his body's energy matched the creature's strikes. Where it pressed, his shield hardened. Where it moved away, the shield followed. The alien nurse stepped closer, awestruck. Humans were supposed to be fragile, weak, limited. But here was proof that James could adapt, defend, and survive in a life-threatening situation that would destroy any other being. The creature changed tactics. It flowed around the lab's walls, attempting to isolate him. Zyra watched in horror and fascination as James's shield expanded again. This time, it formed a barrier that extended beyond his body, interacting with the environment. Machines and walls around him hummed with energy, protected from the alien attack. Zyra whispered, almost in disbelief. Your body. It's creating a protective network, not just for you, for everything around you. James realized he could feel the creature's pressure in the lab's energy field. His heart raced, but his mind stayed calm. His body's energy adjusted automatically, stronger where needed, softer where safe. It was not just protection, it was strategy embedded in his biology. The creature retreated, stunned by the human's unexpected defense. Zyra's eyes widened. No alien had ever forced it back. Humans. James had done something species-level extraordinary. When the alarms stopped and the lab returned to normal, Zyra slowly exhaled. She walked toward James, her 3 eyes wide with awe. You survived. You didn't just protect yourself. You protected the station from a creature no one else could stop. James smiled faintly, exhausted but calm. I guess my body knows what to do. Zyra shook her head slowly. It's more than knowing, it's instinct. Intelligence. Power. Humans are not fragile. They are extraordinary. And the galaxy has no idea how much. She realized something important. The galaxy might underestimate humans at its own risk. If every human carried even a fraction of James's ability, civilizations would have to rethink what it meant to survive, fight, and thrive. As the station's warning systems finally quieted, Zyra made a silent vow. She would study humans. She would understand their biology, their energy, their hidden potential. Because humans were not ordinary, they were the future of life itself. And James? He simply stood, glowing faintly, alive, calm, and beyond what any alien could imagine. Hidden power within humans. HFY Sci-Fi lab was silent, except for the soft hum of monitors and the faint glow of energy scanners. Zyra couldn't take her eyes off James. He had survived extreme simulations, a deadly alien attack, and still remained calm, almost ordinary in appearance. But she had a feeling there was something more, something even his body had not yet revealed. She activated the new diagnostic array, designed to probe cellular energy patterns at a microscopic level. The readings were staggering. James's cells were not just alive, they communicated, adjusting instantly to stress, danger, and even thought. Zyra leaned closer, her 3 eyes wide. Your body, it's like a network, intelligent. James tilted his head. Like a computer? No, Zyra whispered, shaking her head. It's alive. It learns. It adapts faster than anything I have ever seen. The scanner focused on the area between his legs, the same region that had first surprised her. But now the data revealed something she could never have predicted. This area seemed to act as a central command hub for the human's energy network. Every cell, every tissue, every pulse of energy flowed through it, responding in real time to threats, injuries, even emotions. Zyra stepped back, stunned. It's controlling your entire body. From here, your species is designed to survive the impossible. James looked confused. I just move when I need to? Zyra shook her head slowly. No, you react before danger even happens. Your body senses, protects, and adapts automatically. Humans are a living fortress. She ran another simulation, more extreme than anything before. A sudden blast of energy designed to disrupt cellular communication. Most species would suffer permanent damage. James's body glowed instantly, forming an adaptive shield that reorganized his cellular network in milliseconds. Zyra's mind reeled. Your body repairs itself instantly. It adapts, anticipates, survives. But then, the scanner revealed the most shocking truth. James's energy field was not limited to defense. It could interact with the environment, subtly influencing machines, energy flows, even other living beings nearby. The human body was not just reactive, it was proactive, capable of changing its surroundings to survive. Zyra felt a chill of awe. Her entire understanding of biology had been shattered. Humans were not ordinary. They were engineered to endure, protect, and thrive in ways no alien species could naturally achieve. James stepped closer. So, I'm special? No, Zyra said firmly. You are human. Every one of your species carries this potential. You are beyond anything the galaxy has imagined. You are the ultimate survivors. Suddenly, a small alert flashed. A minor system failure caused a warning to appear on the console. Normally, this would trigger a cascade of malfunctions. But James's body glowed again, sending pulses of energy through the station systems. Machines stabilized. Energy flows corrected themselves. Even the damaged doors reopened smoothly. Zyra gasped. You fixed the station with your body? James shrugged. I didn't think about it. It just happened. Zyra stepped back, awe written across her face. Humans were underestimated in the galaxy because they appeared fragile. But their bodies were alive, intelligent, and adaptive beyond measure. They were not just survivors. They were engineered to thrive against all odds. Her mind raced. If humans could do this naturally, what could they achieve in battle, exploration, or survival on alien worlds? Could they heal faster than any alien species? Survive accidents that would kill hundreds? Adapt to planets no one else could live on? The possibilities were endless. Zyra realized the truth. Humans were not just special, they were game changers. For the galaxy, aliens who underestimated them would pay dearly. And she, a single nurse on a small orbital station, had just witnessed a living miracle. She looked at James. I must study you, all of you. The galaxy must understand humans before anyone else exploits or fears them. James smiled faintly. unaware of how extraordinary he truly was. "I just survive," he said simply. Zyra shook her head, softly laughing. "No, James, you do not just survive. You redefine survival itself." And as she recorded every detail, every pulse of his energy, every cellular response, Zyra knew one thing. The humans she had once thought fragile were the most powerful species she had ever encountered. And the galaxy would soon learn the truth, whether it was ready or not. Humans, the ultimate surprise. HFY Sci-Fi orbital station was calm now, but the air still hummed with tension. Zyra had spent weeks studying James. She had witnessed simulations, near-death tests, and even a direct attack from a dangerous alien creature. Each time, James had survived, adapted, and amazed her. But today something extraordinary was about to happen. A small alert appeared on the monitor. The outer shield was fluctuating. Zyra frowned. The orbital station was protected by the most advanced technology in the sector. Yet the sensors were detecting an unusual energy signature outside the station. James noticed her concern. "What is it?" he asked quietly. Zyra shook her head. "I'm not sure, but it feels familiar, like your energy." Before she could explain, the station's main view screen lit up. Outside, a massive asteroid belt had shifted. One of the larger fragments was heading straight for the station. The shields would hold, but the impact would still create a dangerous shockwave. James's body glowed almost instantly. The golden energy pulsed along every inch of him, brighter and stronger than ever. Zyra watched, her three eyes wide. The energy did not just form a protective shield, it expanded outward, interacting with the station itself. Lights flickered, machinery hummed, and energy conduits responded to James's presence. He didn't panic, he didn't run. He just stood, calm and focused. And his body reacted automatically. The asteroid hit. The station shook violently, alarms screamed, and every system screamed with overload warnings. But the energy flowing from James's body did something impossible. It absorbed the shock wave, stabilizing the station's structure. Panels that would have exploded shimmered harmlessly. Machines that would have malfunctioned stabilized instantly. Zyra staggered back, astonished. He's saving the station. With his body, his energy. It's not just for him, it's protecting everything. The asteroid fragments bounced harmlessly off the reinforced shields, but James's energy continued to flow, adjusting automatically. He had become a living, reactive force, controlling energy, adapting to danger, and defending everyone nearby. Zyra realized the truth in a rush. Humans were not just strong or adaptive individually. Their biology had the potential to interact with the environment, machines, and even other living beings. Humans could survive, protect, and influence the world around them, all without even thinking about it. Her mind raced. The implications were enormous. Humans were underestimated, not because they were weak, but because their true power was invisible. They looked ordinary, fragile, unremarkable. But their inner strength could change battles, save planets, even survive situations no alien species could endure. James's energy slowly faded as the threat passed. He looked around, calm, almost humble. "Is everything okay?" he asked. Zyra took a deep breath. "No, everything is more than okay. You, humans, are beyond anything I have ever imagined. You survived every test, adapted to every danger, and now you saved this station without even realizing it." James frowned slightly. "I just did what felt natural." Zyra shook her head slowly, smiling despite herself. "Natural? Nothing about this is natural to anyone else. Humans are extraordinary. You are the species the galaxy has been. Blind to hidden power, unmatched resilience, and intelligence woven into your biology itself." For the first time, Zira felt a mix of awe, respect, and hope. Humans were not only survivors, they were the future. She imagined what they could achieve on distant worlds, in wars, in exploration, in science. A species so underestimated could quietly reshape the galaxy without anyone noticing. And she understood something else. Humans did not just survive threats, they inspired awe and changed perspectives. Zira herself, an alien trained to handle countless species, had learned something no one else in the galaxy had fully grasped. Humans were the ultimate life forms, fragile in appearance, unstoppable in reality. As she recorded her final notes, she whispered to herself, "This is only the beginning. Humans. The galaxy has no idea what you are capable of." James looked out the viewport at the stars. "I guess we have a lot to discover too," he said quietly. Zira nodded. "Yes, and I will be here to see it. Every step, every discovery, every secret your species holds." The station was safe. The asteroid threat had passed. But the real story was only beginning. Zira now knew the hidden potential of humans, and the galaxy would never look at them the same way again. Humans were extraordinary. Humans were resilient. Humans were the ultimate surprise. And in that moment, Zira understood the truth that would define the future. Never underestimate humanity. They are the life form that can change the universe.